Well, Kyle Nenrit back here with our preseason Fab 15, and here with Chris Hawkins at Crispus Attucks. And Chris, you guys, you bring back the two-time City Player of the Year, and I'll start there because I don't know how many times you have the two-time City Player of the Year. That just doesn't happen very often. But I know Desmond Briscoe looking forward to a big senior year, and I guess first of all, what are your expectations out of Des this year?
No, we have high expectations. Des been, he's done well since he's been here as a freshman. We really didn't want to play him as early as we did, but that was the year of Donda, and Jalen Hooks went, for a great opportunity for himself. So he got thrown into the fire and he responded. But he's a senior. He's been through the battles. We wasn't able to get over the hump of the 4A sectional, so we're back somewhere where we're comfortable. What we know the first 3 years I was here. So I'm expecting him to be the leader, to lead this group, to lead us where we want to go. And I think, what is it, Game Bridge? That's where we want to be at. So, those are the expectations. I think we want to win City. We want to win some of those classic games that we're in against some good opponents, Jeffersonville, East Chicago Central, play John Burroughs. Team out of St. Louis with a 6'9" and 6'11" kid. So we got a schedule that'll challenge us, which is, I think, really good. We have the majority of the MIG home except for Ben Davis. So Desmond is going to be a key figure in that. And like I said, with his leadership on and off the floor, and we're pushing him. We're trying to push him every day to get out that comfort zone and just lead us. And so we're expecting that. And like I said, we have high expectations.
And that you kind of touched on it there, but Attucks is moving from 4A to 3A along with some other teams, including Cathedral. And 3A looks, you got New Pal, you got a lot of teams that are 3A looks pretty loaded. It's not 4A, but it's pretty darn good. But how does moving to 3A, is that something you guys talk about? Is it something that's a conversation at all as far as, when you look ahead to this season?
No, we just kind of want to take it one game at a time. We just want, each game just go 1-0. But like I said, if you look at, what the sectionals look like, there's a Brebeuf, Guerin, New Pal, Washington won last year, Cathedral has been there. So, there's several teams within there, especially when you get to the regional aspect of it, several different teams that could come out of there and you can end up playing them. So, like I said, we just want to have a schedule that prepares us for that. And then from there, we just we figure out who we have to play. But just being in 3A is, it's the same thing. You got to play. There's no team that you can sleep on. All the teams are good and well coached. So we're excited about being in 3A, but once again, there's no shortcuts. I think Cathedral will follow us if we win 1A. So it's that's just how it is. So, we're thinking about Tech. November 25th, that's the first game. And then from there, we'll go to John Burroughs.
And Attucks lost, Desmond Briscoe 6'8", you bring him back in the middle, but you lost two of your main guards, Mason Lewis and Ron Rutland, who is at UIndy now, and at IUIndy now. He was going to UIndy, ended up at IUIndy with Paul Casaro, but you do have Chris Hurt coming back, who he's been in a lot of battles with you, and one of your main guards from last year. But going into his senior year, what do you kind of expect out of Chris?
No, we expect a lot. Chris is committed to IU South Bend, so I think having that hurdle off his back is really good. And I think he's really coming into his own. We need him to make shots. He shot the three well last year. I think just playing off the ball screen, a lot of teams want to go under. If he's making shots, it's just going to make it more easier for our other players, and especially our inside players, to just get one-on-ones. And I think if we have that, that's just going to put us at a different level. So, but once again, like you said, Chris has been through all the battles. But I think now, you have your decision behind you. He's able to play comfortably with not, sometimes kids press when they don't have a decision. And so we're just, we're glad he has a decision piece out. And then, he just needs to do what he always does. He's steady. He's that old Buick that you have in the back, and it's just, what you're going to get out of him. But like I said, we just want him to take it to that next level, just making that mid-range. He gets to the basket. He makes the open threes. But just, if teams still want to go under or, they force him to shoot, he's ready to make those shots and go to that next level and where we need him to go.
And it looked at one point you're going to have Malachi Cunningham, and then he ended up going to prep school, so you don't have him. But I know you have some other good pieces. And I know from watching a little bit today, looks like Caden English, who is maybe step into a little bit of what Malachi would have done for you, but looks like he's improved his shot, and he's a guy who played at Brownsburg. He's got some experience. What can he bring to the table for you?
Man, he's tough, man. He's a tough kid, man. Plays on both ends of the floor. Just consistently just getting better, ball handling, getting to the basket. But his toughness is like the biggest thing that steps out. So now as we've went in from the summer to now, there's just been an urgency of hey, we're gonna need you more offensively. And so he's been, the workouts where we've been able to go in the morning, just in there, just getting extra work, man. And like I said, Coach Lynch did a great job with him over at Brownsburg. So basically, we just want him to be comfortable, but he's going to take over that spot where Malachi would have played. And like I said, just, if he had some great games in the summer, had especially a big one against Noblesville. I think he had maybe 28. And then, Noblesville coach was like, who's that kid? And so I'm just like, it's at Brownsburg. And so, like I said, he's just a kid that he wants to do, wants to be the best he can be. We're excited about him. I mean, he does everything that we ask him to do. Great parent situation. And then he just gets along with our kids. So I think the biggest thing is just the cohesion with this group. They like each other. I think you got to have that, especially with the schedule that we have.
We've talked about some of your main guys. Who are some of the other key players that you'll be relying on this year?
Armand Cousins is a guard coming over from Southport, can shoot it, can get to the basket, can play defense, is very vocal. I think he has a chance to be really special. We have Alexander Harris, was at Tech. I think he averaged 14.8, 14.9. I think it'll be easier playing with true bigs. He can score it at all three levels, so really excited about him. Eric Jackson is one of our key returners. The biggest thing with him right now is just getting him healthy because he's been in the battles. He's played in all those games, so we're excited about him. We also have Corday White. He was here at the end of the season last year. It's actually George Hill's, I believe, cousin or nephew or something like that, but long arms, can play the point, can play the two. It's really a kid that, we're looking for as a 2027. We have Juju Span, another kid, another guard, strong, lefty, can make shots. And I think I'm missing one. Let me see. Then we have two other 2027 guards, A.J. Jones and Octavius Comer, which is Tayshawn's little brother. Both of those kids have a chance to help and be able to contribute. And then Armani McGraw. He's another 2027 kid that has a chance to contribute. And then the other big kid came from Crystal House, Lamar Jones.
All right.
And I think playing him and Briscoe at the same time is just gonna, it's gonna force teams, because a lot of teams want to go small, force you to go small ball with them. But I think they're gonna have to adapt to us too. So I think those kids, that's kind of where we have that varsity experience. And then Ronson Thomas, another athletic kid that can, play both ways. I think we're going to be a deeper team. I think last year we kind of had, Rutland, Mason, Jackson, Michi, Briscoe, Chris, and then Eric, and then it kind of was just like, who's the next? And so I think this year a lot of these kids, since the summer, have made big jumps. And so really it's just, just putting it together and then just being able to play a role and do what we need to do.
And Attucks, again, Chris, you mentioned you played Tech the first game, and you get a chance to play in some bigger events this year. What are some of the highlights on the schedule you're kind of looking forward to, other than the city tournament?
I think, city tournament's the best tournament. I love the county, but the city tournament's the best tournament. We'll play the Sneakers for Santa. That's against East Chicago. We will play John Burroughs early in the Tournament of Champions in Peoria, Illinois. Who else do we have? We're going to play Jeffersonville in the Bossy Classic. We'll play Mishawaka-Marion down. What is that? I know it's where the Zellers play, but
with the Hatchet House.
Yeah, the Hatchet House Classic or Shootout, Hatchet House Shootout. We'll play there, and then Fishers. We'll play them at the Tip-Off Classic, the last game. So, it gives kids opportunities to be seen by coaches and in these events, but it also just gives us a chance to kind of see where we're at and kind of play these teams because, once you get to sectionals, you never know what happens. So we want to be able to play teams that slow it down. We want to be able to teams that go up and down, and then teams that give you both speeds. So, it's just all about just trying to figure out where your team is, and I think this schedule gives us that, and we're excited about it.
Again, Chris Hawkins here from Crispus Attucks, and I will say I'm not going to say the county or city's better, but the Monday night of the championship game, it always has a different feel. It's your own night, your own sort of. No one else is playing in the city or in the state that night, so it is kind of a unique atmosphere over at Tech. And the Saturday night's pretty cool too with the doubleheader, but that Monday's always a lot of fun.
No, we liking this. Even with the city, we'll go watch whoever's in the county championship game, and go support. Because like I said, it's the same thing. They'll come watch our game also. So, like I said, both tournaments are really good. But like I said, yeah, you're right. The popcorn is out there. You got the bands playing. And then, like I said, you just, teams just play hard. And so, these last couple of games came down to, the final quarter and kind of, what you do. And so we're excited about it. But like I said, this whole season will be just, we want to go 1-0 every game. And I just think, if we play to do the things, play the right way, and we play defense and rebound, we'll have chances, for this to be a great season.
All right, Chris, thanks. Good luck this year, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you. Appreciate it.